Hello, welcome to Big Tree Harare. This is Speak a Little French. There you can see we are on the White House veranda at Big Tree Harare. You can see a nice, beautiful Zimbabwean garden and homestead here at Big Tree Harare. This is Speak a Little French. Yes, so Big Tree Harare. This is Speak a Little French, and I'm on the White House veranda having my coffee. And I just thought I'd introduce myself. And to introduce myself, I'm basically a Native American, Caucasian US soldier. That means I'm a white man, but I have the blood of an Indian, a Native American. So, cowboys and Indians, where to next? Speak a little French. And we're here on Easter, and we wish you all a happy Easter if you are believers or non-believers alike. So, to tell you a bit about myself, I was born in Calgary in Canada, and to British and South African parents, and I've spent my entire life from the age of 2 years old here in Zimbabwe and in Southern Africa mostly. Yeah. So I'm a half British, half South African, half Canadian, half Zimbabwean US soldier. And you can call me Speak, for short for Speak a Little French, no problem. Or my nickname Makanaka, which means handsome in Shona. And what does bipartisan mean? I'm not quite sure. I'll have to look it up. But I'm an apolitical US soldier, covert agent for the Central Intelligence Agency. And my job has been to get the White House in Washington, D.C. onto the internet, whereas it wasn't before. We used the very kind assistance of my mother and my stepfather and my family to get Washington, D.C., the White House in Washington, D.C. online via Mr. President Barack Obama, sir, and Mr. President Donald J. Trump, sir. Yes, sirree. Anyway, what we do at Big Tree Harare is we coordinate efforts to protect the environment, to follow environmental concerns, and to interact with the Zimbabwean community from our base in Harare, at Big Tree Harare, which is where I am now. And to introduce you, we have a rondavel, which is a round architectural room, and we call that the Kremlin. That's where my mother's office is, and the White House where we are now is my parents' actual house. I stay in a flat down towards the entrance to the property, and we call that NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Mr. President, so. And we also have other stabilizers like Washington, D.C., which is in the car park, and we have Cape Canaveral, which is just a stone's throw from the White House, and it's an area of garden. And another area of garden we have is Phoenix. Phoenix, that's Big Tree Harare, which is where we do our empty chair technique for the father of modern hypnosis, Milton H. Erickson, MD, medical doctor. So, to tell you a bit about myself, I dropped out of school to join my girlfriend and in a crusade to boost people's immune systems using psychoneuroimmunology. And we did that for a while. We did counseling and empowerment and worked as practitioners of PNI, psychoneuroimmunology. And I thought, what is this case? And I realized that what we were meant to be doing was properly representing medical hypnosis in the world, because that ties in with psychology and psychoneuroimmunology, of course. And so I decided that what the answer was to tell the story of Christ, the Christian Christ, Jesus Christ, in an African setting. And so what I did is I went for walks in the wilderness, national parks and wilderness areas around Zimbabwe and Southern Africa, and I retold the story of Christ, being a humble young boy and a mature artist. First of all, a humble young boy, and then, as I grew older, I became a mature artist. Speak a little French, Native American, U.S. soldier, clocking in now from Big Tree Harare. Love and light and blessings and prayers to everyone on this very special Easter Sunday in Harare. Washington, D.C., Mr. President Donald J. Trump, sir, over and out.